It's week 2 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Jaguars and the Niners, and it's all up next.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously... The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, he started his season the way that everyone wants to start their season, with an absolute bang. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's see where he goes from here.
Set the bar high. Week 2, we'll see what he can do. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Lawrence will throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The 26 big yards on that one, and it's another first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Lawrence to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. They'll run here with a rookie. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. And they'll run again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Here's Purdy. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Hines-Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Purdy. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. In this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the Jaguars' 43-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Purdy now to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But they certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
False start, offense.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Purdy looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And Jennings will go in motion right. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Over the middle, complete. That's Jennings. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Daniels, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the Niners' 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, They're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. And the tight end goes in motion left. McCaffrey following the penalty. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Now Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. Purdy off the play fake. And a catch right side by Evans. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
3rd and 4.
In motion, the tight end. Back to throw, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now with Purdy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Sanders to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
McCaffrey going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Sanders. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Well, now how about this return? And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff up the middle. Daniels. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Daniels, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Well, San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
2nd down and 6 now. Back to throw. Sanders. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw again. Connects with Kittle underneath. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll look to throw again.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Daniels takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fielded at the 33. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Dances by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense so far on 3rd down, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. As Sanders has it poked free.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Now 2nd and 9.
At the 13-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Daniels. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Lawrence will throw.
A short throw to Ingram. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lawrence going to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And it gives him a nice pickup. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count. And a 5-yard penalty ensues. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start. And it's 2nd and 8.
In motion right is Davis. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
Sanders throwing to start the drive.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, where you see the final score there. Will Levis, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, let's head cross-country, just outside D.C., to check out the Commanders at home in Landover. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Jaden Daniels, a touchdown pass in the victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Nick Chubb, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Purdy. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Daniels. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st down, Daniels. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Neal. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Daniel. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Daniels. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49ers 35-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Daniels. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguar 1st down.
Now a give right side. Daniels.
Down to about the 23.
Holding offense.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Up the middle they go. It's Daniels, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the 32-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Daniels. He stiff arms him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars have cut the lead back down to 2.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
The Jaguars will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Delay of game, offense.
That'll make it 1st and 15. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Purdy. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Purdy from the gun. This is Jennings. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
For the 49ers field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Jair Brown there defensively to knock it away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 14-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a handoff to Neal. Brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying, but nothing that they have done has worked so far. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down, Jacksonville.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking long for Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas.
49 yards.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 4. Purdy now to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
5-yard gain on the play. And the 49er first down.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
They go play action here. Purdy, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll bring them back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Lawrence will throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. In motion right is Davis.
They'll keep it on the ground. Daniels, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The Jaguars on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time it's 3rd and 3. That is caught, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
In motion right is Davis. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's Lawrence.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Daniels. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing here, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards for number 11.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
He's going to use his legs here. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
35-yard line.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Purdy.
He completes it to Evans. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Daniels, nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Here now, 3rd down. Purdy to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 39. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. McCaffrey running up the middle. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at him. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Purdy.
Over the middle to Evans.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Purdy to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Moody good with the extra point.
So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And still fighting. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 27-24, 35 seconds to go. Here's Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Throwing now, Lawrence. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
He's got his target. That's complete.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Lawrence.
Flush to his right, fighting to stay upright, and he works free. Oh, what a move. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And they will take a knee here. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for San Francisco, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.